What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and this is the Ultra Z News PulseCon Day 1 special. That's right, my zillions. I am going to be talking about PulseCon, and it's been a little bit since I did an Ultra Z News, so how you been? Yeah, I missed last weekend, but this weekend we're going to do some PulseCon action. PulseCon Day 1 was today. PulseCon Day 2 is tomorrow. Today, they talked about Power Rangers, Transformers, and Star Wars, as well as Ghostbusters mixed in, but I got nothing really to say about Ghostbusters, though they did tease that there's going to be a proton pack Haslab. But there was another Haslab that was launched today. We're going to talk about that at the end, but the first thing I want to talk about is what you see right here, and that is the brand new Zord Ascension line that Hasbro is doing. Basically, what you have here is Hasbro doing a legacy line or a Soul of Chogokin line, probably a little bit lower on the scale of high-end stuff than Soul of Chogokin. But I'm going to say comparable to Bandai America's old legacy line, which produced such extremely great Megazords. Hey, I think to this day some of those pieces were better than some of the Soul of Chogokin stuff. Like the Dragon Zord, I like the Legacy better. So that's my opinion on that. However, Hasbro announced this today. What you're seeing here are pics of that from the live stream. There hasn't been any official pics yet because they're still in the works. So this was a 3D printed version of it, and it looks phenomenal. There are translucent parts on this thing. There's a lot of paint, and there's a lot of details that we haven't seen in a lot of Megazord toys. They're really going into the schematics of what made those suits and really like trying to get some of that into this. And it looks really cool. There's going to be a little mini cockpit in the head where, it's supposed to be. There's going to be some little mini Power Rangers there, that you're going to get. And then I'm sure there's going to be more pieces. This was just, getting it out there. And I am very excited about this. This is awesome looking, in my opinion. A lot of folks talking how the legs look really, really big, but those Zords should be pretty big. So I have a feeling, once it's in hand and once we get really a lot better picks, it's going to seem a lot better. He's also a little bent over here. Again, this is a 3D printed version of this. So there's that. I don't know if there's going to be die cast. I don't know any of that. They really didn't reveal much about it quite yet. But they just threw it out there, and I'm very happy about that. You guys know I love Megazords. I love, MMPR, and I love Soul of Chogokin type stuff. And I love the old Legacy line, so this is right up my alley. I can't wait for more. However, what they did drop, and this is kind of controversial, is, well, first off, there's going to be a black and gold version of this. Now, that is kind of standard. We always get black and gold versions of the Megazord, right? That's like something that's classic and that's awesome. What you got here are the 3D renders of that Megazord, but I'm going to tell you what it is right now. See, that looks really good. And you see the legs don't look too crazy. I love how this looks. I love the red in there as well. That is absolutely gorgeous. If it ends up looking anything like this, I think it's going to be fantastic looking. Just really good. There's the battle mode. And there you have it. That's what you got from the Zord Ascension project, which they're saying this particular piece is going to come out in August of 2022. However, what this is, and you saw this here to start, is where the controversy lies. What you got to do is you got to buy an NFT for this. So you buy the NFT and then you can exchange it later for the Megazord itself. Now with the NFT, you get all of these 3D renders. So whatever sells of those, that's it. Those are yours to own. Now, if you don't know about NFTs, I'm not the person to explain it. Honestly, I know the very basics of it, and I know the very basics of why they're bad. But I know a lot of folks that talk good about the stuff. Now, the one thing I have been reading about is that the um, place that they're using to do this is called Wax, and they're one of the more greener places to do this, and I guess that's okay, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so I can't really talk too much about that. But what I can say is this thing looks awesome, and I wish that they didn't do this, mostly because I honestly don't want to do this, right? Like, I don't want to uh, go in on any of these like cryptocurrencies at all. I don't want my info with it. I don't want that. And then, now that I'm reading more about it, this doesn't sound too great. But whatever the blockchain, that was the word that was escaping me. Wax is a blockchain that's more a clean and carbon neutral blockchain. That's where this stuff is housed, but apparently it just takes up a lot of energy. Again, you guys that are more in the know, could let us know down below. If you want, keep it civil. Don't get into crazy wars about it. What I can say, it looks amazing again, and I wish it was just a pre-order. I don't know why they had to make this, part of that, especially, and this is one thing I will say, and one of the big controversies about it is like Power Rangers is all about like, you know, saving the world and heroes and, a lot of environmental stuff themes throughout Power Rangers. So that's what kind of makes this a little icky in, from what I'm seeing here. But the Megazord looks awesome. I want the regular version. I would love this. This is $200, and I don't know if that is going to be the price of their regular version as well. We'll have to see. But if it is like an SOC type of thing, that's the neighborhood we're probably going to be looking at. Okay, let's move on from that. That was the hugest news for me personally of the day, was all that Megazord Ascension stuff. Zord Ascension. I think that's going to be amazing overall. The NFT stuff notwithstanding. The only other thing, Power Rangers, I'm going to talk about, and there was more Lightning Collection reveals, but right now I feel like I'm going to be focusing more on the monster stuff when it comes to the Lightning Collection. I got my MPRs. I think I'm okay right now. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to dabble in getting a little bit here and there, and it just doesn't really do it. But the monsters I love, especially, right now we're still MMPRs. And what we have here is Piranha's head, and it looks awesome. I love how this looks. Nice details, fun colors, cool accessories. So I'm really liking it. All right, so you just saw that. Let's move on to Transformers. And earlier this week, they revealed the first two pieces of their new Transformers Legacy line. The first one was Bulkhead. Speaking of controversies, Transformers community up in arms that Bulkhead here does not look like his original Transformers animated look. I get it, but I like it. I like how this looks. So I'm not the biggest animated fan, so that's fine. I did like Transformers Prime though, but I'm fine with this Bulkhead. I think he looks fine. So I don't know. There you go. They revealed that earlier. They revealed another character earlier, but apparently I'm all out of order. So we'll just keep going. Here we have Insecticon Kickback, and this is cool. And what I like about these, and one of the features that's going to be part of this, is they're all going to have like energon weapons and power-ups from what I'm hearing, parts. which is kind of cool. So Insecticon kickback here looks really nice. I do like that. Prime RC done in more like a G1 style. And that's the thing with Bulkhead as well, more G1 style. And that's what has folks up in arms. But I get it. They're trying to keep everyone looking like they're in the same universe. I think they did well with the Beast War stuff, making it feel more like that it could sit with your regular Transformer stuff, all being part of the same look is what they're trying to go for, and I get it. So RC here looks really nice. And then you got Drag Strip here, and this is my least favorite of the reveals today, but of Transformers. But what's cool about it is, they're doing a Menasor, so it's going to be a combiner in the line. I'm not a big fan of Menasor, so I won't be getting these, but it's cool because that Combiner Wars one, and I had that one, was a mess, and it always fell apart on me, and I swear there might be pieces all over my place of Menasor. So, and this one does look cool. If I was getting it, this one looks fine, but that alt mode, bleh. Okay, Skids was the other one that they revealed earlier this week, and again, not another one that I'm a big fan of, but I did want to show them because I was showing you all of the Transformers stuff because I love Transformers. This is one that I'm into, one that I pre-ordered, and I did pre-order Bulkhead as well. And this is Laser Prime. That's right, Laser Optimus Prime is part of the line. I like how it looks. I think it's pretty cool. As you can see, he's got the Energon weapons here as well. It's got a good look, and here's his trailer all opened up, how all that looks. Really digging it. I think it's a very cool looking representation of G2 Laser Prime. I think that's very nice looking. Now, this is something that was, I guess, leaked earlier in the week, I believe, or was it last week? And it looks pretty here on YouTube. It looks pretty good, and this is like that conversion Galvatron here, and this is the Kingdom Galvatron redone. This is more of a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, which is cool. But this is also like a kind of accessory pack for Unicron. So if you got that giant Unicron piece, which I did not, there's going to be stuff in here for that, and obviously Unicron here, Galvatron here is part of that too. However, my reasoning for wanting this is because I'm getting the Megatron red figure. That's a conversion thing, so I think that's going to be looking awesome, like Megatron in front of Galvatron, kind of converting upwards into him. I think that's a really cool idea. If you guys like that idea, go ahead and take it. But I think it looks awesome. Here you see some of the pieces it comes with, and then you got some more pieces here with a lot of little minifigures, just stuff for Unicron. So, there you have it. That's something for all you folks that have Unicron that you might want. You might not want the Galvatron. I don't know, because it obviously is going to be out of scale. However, hey, I'm getting this Galvatron, and I'm going to put all this other stuff on eBay. So do pay attention down the line. And here's the box for that. You have that, usual kind of cardboard box. Behold, Galvatron is the name of the set, the Unicron Companion set. Very, very cool. And last but not least, the last thing I'm going to talk about, because this is the only Black Series thing I'm going to talk about. There was some cool reveals. Boba Fett, is part of the Black Series line. But I just don't. Black Series is another line that I'm probably going to be like, I've already cut down a lot on, and a lot, like I barely been getting any. So, it's one of those things. If I see something in store that I like a Boba Fett, maybe I'll get it. But I'm not even 100% sure about that. But this is something I'm very interested in. Something I've wanted since I was a kid, and that is their latest Haslab that just launched today. Goes up until December, and that is the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. This is going to be a huge 18-inch piece with a 46-inch like arm span, wingspan, if you will. Like when he stretches his arms out, that is insane. 42-inch wide. Sorry, um, that is incredibly big, um, and incredibly awesome looking. I mean, this is going to be super cool. Like I said, I've always, since I was a kid, wanted a Rancor, um, and this is something I'm going to look into. Hopefully, being able to get. I say hopefully because the price is surprisingly a little high for right now. What you see, however, you know how these things work. There are tiers to unlock, and the first goal is 9,000, and then the first tier 9,000 gets us back as it is, right? Then you got 11,000, and then it goes up backwards. And different tiers are unlocked, and different things will be unlocked. However, we do not know exactly what the tiers are going to be yet. As the campaign goes on, they will reveal stuff, and obviously those things will bring down the price, which right now stands at $350. So yes, I feel like it's pricey for just the figure alone, but it's enormous. However, again, it's going to depend on what all those things are that it unlocks. Now, I'll venture a guess. There's 4 tiers. One's got to be a Luke Skywalker with a bone. Has to be. The next one has to be the Rancor Keeper. I'm going to, so it's 17 and a half inches tall, by the way. I'm going to think one of those things is going to be some sort of playset, like of the chamber where the Rancor is kept, the pit, with the door that comes up. I have to think that's going to be one of those. And then the last thing, there might be extra heads or something like that, or the girl that gets dropped into there previously before Luke, or the Gamorrean guard, right? There's a Gamorrean guard that gets dropped in there as well. I don't know. It could be something like that. I really think it's not going to be. I feel like it's going to be like different heads or hands as one thing, maybe a play set of some sort as another, and then the 2 figures as the final 2. I think all that stuff together, especially if they do a play set type of thing, that's going to probably take it down value wise, like at least $150, I would guess, if they do a play set to go around this. Or at least some components of that. I that's what I'm thinking, because I feel like that base price of $350 sounds high, especially when the Sentinel was $350 and that's bigger than this, and that one has lights. So there's got to be something to the unlockable tiers that's going to make up the total price, and that's what you got to think about when they have these. Is that initial price is not really for the figure, it's for everything that you're going to be getting as part of this campaign. So it'll be interesting to see what does get unlocked, but there's no doubt in my mind Luke is 1 and the Rancor Keeper is 2. So there you have it. That's the size compared to their other Haslab projects so far in the Star Wars Black Series, and that obviously is what a Star Wars Black Series figure. So very big Rancor, but again, man, for me personally, I've wanted this since I was a kid. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. All right, guys, and that is the Ultra Z news for PulseCon Day 1. I think I am frozen as far as the picture goes, but hopefully you're hearing this. We'll check out what they reveal tomorrow. Till next time, peace out, peeps.